अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सभी खैरियत से होंगे। आज मैं आप लोगों के लिए लाया हूँ जी CS304 के फाइनल टर्म के MCQs। तो हम वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। बाय डिफॉल्ट ऑल नंबर्स ऑफ ए क्लास आर प्राइवेट। A base class member or method that is alternatively defined in a derived class is known as, तो इसे कहा जाएगा overriding। इसके बाद है if a class D has been derived using protected inheritance from class B into if B is protected base and D is derived class, then public and protected members of B dash accessed by member function and friends of class D and classes derived from D। तो यहाँ पे आएगा सिर्फ और सिर्फ can be। In private inheritance, only member functions and friend classes or functions of a derived class can convert point or reference of derived objects to that of parent object। ठीक है जी। अगला हमारे पास कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स। आई int I array of 5 int static p array equal to I array। तो ये है नॉट एरर इन बोथ स्टेटमेंट्स। कंफर्म नहीं है ये भी। ठीक है जी। आगे है दी कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग डेफिनेशन। टेम्पलेट लेस देन क्लास टी ग्रेटर देन क्लास एक्स वाई जेड डॉट 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 सेमीकोलन। तो इसका आंसर है इट डिफाइंस अ क्लास टेम्पलेट फॉर एनी डेटा टाइप। इसका भी कंफर्म नहीं है बताया गया। टेम्पलेट फंक्शन यूज डैश देन ऑर्डिनरी फंक्शन लेस मेमोरी। वेक्टर कंटेन contiguous elements stored as a or an array। An STL algorithm is a stand-alone function that operates on containers। इसका है जी वेक्टर v with default constructor is defined and another vector w is defined with one argument constructor with size 11 and inserts 3 elements into each of these vectors with push back. Then the size member function will return for v and dash for w, 3 for v and 11 for w. The copy algorithm returns an iterated to the element 1 past the last element copied to, using catch blocks in incorrect order is dash error, logical error। इसका भी कंफर्म नहीं है। This pointer returns reference of previous objects। इसका भी नहीं कंफर्म जी। C2 plus C1 is equivalent to dash when plus operator is overloaded and C2 C1 are objects। तो C2 operator plus C1। Virtual functions ensure that the correct function is called for an object regardless of the expression used to make the function call। तो इसका आंसर है वर्चुअल फंक्शंस। An abnormal termination or program is terminated abnormally। Suppose you create an uninitialized vector as follows: vector less than int greater than evec semicolon after adding this statement comma evec push dash back of 21 semicolon। what will happen? तो यहाँ पे है जी it will add an element to the end the back of evec and initialize it with 21। A static function can be called using the class name followed by function name। Default constructor either has no dash or parameter with the dash values parameters comma default, which is another advantage of inheritance, providing class growth through natural selection। Each type block can have as many as necessary number of catch blocks। Assume a class derv that is privately derived from class base. An object of class derived located in main can access public members of derv यानी कि derived। I think a class template facilitates reuse of class A copy constructor is invoked when an argument is passed by value. Suppose we have two derived classes from a single class. Can we write a method with same name same name in both these derived classes? Choose the best option. Only if the two classes have the same name. What is a class? A class is a description of a kind of object. अगला ये हमारे पास a virtual member function ding in base and derived class and pointer p to base class object contains the address of derived class object. Then the statement p dash greater than ding will execute ding member function in dash class. तो derived class होगा जी आंसर. तो इसका कह रहा है व्हाट इज अ derived class can add. What a derived class can add. इसका आंसर है न्यू डेटा member function and constructor or destructor. अगला है हमारे पास which of the following is directly related to polymorphism. तो ये होगा overriding. Separation of implementation from interface provides the facility to restrict the dash from direct access. तो ये इसका आंसर है जी object. A non-static member function can be called only after dash the object of that class. तो इसका आंसर है instantiating. इसका आंसर ही नहीं दिया हुआ तो इसको छोड़ दें. Which members are lies somewhere between public and private members? Protected members जी. A base class member or method that is alternatively defined in derived class is known as dash. तो ये होगा overriding. All dash members of base class can be accessed from the derived class. Non-private. इसका भी कंफर्म नहीं तो इसको छोड़ देते हैं. इसका भी नहीं कंफर्म. इसको पढ़ते हैं. When we write a class template, the first line must be template less than class t greater than. आगे है जी हमारे पास. इसका भी आंसर नहीं है. इसका भी नहीं है. Which of the following is not an advantage of generic programming? तो ये efficient memory usage. अगला हमारे पास which of the following is example of complete specialization. तो इसका क्या है आंसर? Template less than greater than class vector less than char star greater than और दरमियानी ब्रैकेट और सेमीकोलन. Non-template friends function of a class are friends of dash instance of that class. और आंसर है जी आपके पास template function use dash than ordinary function less memory. A style algorithm is a standalone function that operates one containers. तो दोस्तों इस वीडियो को यहीं पे ख़त्म करते हैं. उम्मीद करता हूँ आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी होगी. मज़ीद इस तरह वीडियोस को देखने के लिए हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ ही बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर लें. शुक्रिया. अल्लाह हाफिज़.